Let's talk about why you're not having fun in your Dynasty in College Football 25. If y'all enjoyed the videos, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Kennesaw State 5-year rebuild may be dropping today. It'll drop soon. We got the Temple Dynasty going in the background. Make sure y'all check out that series. When it comes to your Dynasty, you can't play it like an online game mode. Unless it's an online Dynasty, of course. But for most cases where you're playing an offline Dynasty against the computer, you can't play it like it's online. And for me, where I have a background where I primarily play, competitive games. When I'm not playing college football, I'm playing Pro-Am. I might be playing Apex Legends, but ranked. I always play ranked. I always play the competitive game modes in every single game. But for Dynasty, you can't do that. You can't come in there just trying to, completely dominate, or you can, of course. But for me, that's not fun. If I come in here only with the mindset where I'm going to run these 3 plays that I know is going to work every single time, then it's no fun. It's no fun playing the computer. It's no fun cheesing the AI for me. And then also in that same note, when it comes to recruiting, I know I drop a lot of recruiting tips about how to dominate recruiting, how to be the best recruiter. But don't use them methods if that's not going to benefit you in your offline Dynasty as far as, your team is super OP in 2-3 years. Enjoy the process. Enjoy, building your program up slowly. So that's why I implement some of these realistic recruiting guys. I dropped one recently. I'll be sure to link it below. But some of these realistic recruiting guys where it takes it a little bit slower, you being a little bit realistic. You might be recruiting nothing but 3 stars until your program get up, until you win, a conference championship. Then you can recruit 4 stars. Whatever you want to do with it. Also, I had the idea of the NIL in College Football 25. If that's something that interests y'all, I have a video of that on my channel. But I made those type of things to make the Dynasty game mode more fun. Because if you just go into it with the mindset where I'm just going to completely dominate this AI, I'm just going to completely cook this AI, I will literally win every game. And I'm not bragging. On Heisman difficulty, I will win by 50 every single game if I wanted to. I've done it before in this game. It's no fun. I've done it before. Anyone that watched my Temple series and y'all see me in there, whether it's losing games or having close games, throwing bad interceptions, that is a part of the fun for me. If I come in here running 3 plays that I know is going to work, I'm not going to throw any interceptions. I'm just going to put up mad points and then run the defense where I know the AI is going to score or not going to score against me. For me, that's not fun. So I play the game more sim. That's why I made a custom playbook where I'm actually implementing different plays. That's why I have, the offensive coordinator, I guess I call it mindset, where, I'm only picking plays from the coach suggestion screens. I'm not going in and individually picking the plays, because if I do that, I might intentionally pick the best play every single time, and I don't want it to be like that. I don't want to cheese the AI, trying to keep things a little bit realistic and a little bit more fun, so it has a little bit more longevity for me personally, man, because we're only 1/3 into this cycle of college football. We still have a long way to go, and this game has a long way to go when it comes to longevity wise. Also, when I'm playing defense, especially my Temple series, people will often say in the comments hey, why don't you click on to whether it's a defensive back, whoever, to try to make an interception, try to make a play on the ball. I play where I don't switch off. So whoever I start to play with on defense, that is who I finish to play with. So it's usually a middle linebacker. If they throw a deep ball over the top, it might be a super easy interception if I click on, but I'm not doing that. I'm staying with my, linebacker. I'm gonna try to run down the field, make the tackle, whatever it is. I'm only sticking to that one player. And for me, that's just not trying to make my user super OP. I already catch a crazy amount of interceptions just with my user against the AI. So if I also did, the interceptions where I'm catching picks when I'm switching off, it would just make it way too overpowered in my opinion. Also, may not be having fun in your Dynasty if you're quitting games. If you're losing to a bad opponent, or even if you lose to a good opponent, a team that you should lose to on paper, and you quitting out because you felt like it wasn't realistic, you threw too many interceptions. For me, that is decreasing the fun. If I quit out of I would just never quit out of a game to restart and try to put up better stats. Cause like it take out the whole realistic point of it. You do that 5 times and then you kind of at the point where, damn, I don't want to play this Dynasty no more, you know. And for me personally, that's what happens. So I make sure I never quit out of the game, no matter what BS happens, no matter what happens in the process. I'm even the type player where I'm forcing players to transfer that might be good players on the team, but I'm creating this whole storyline where, you know, a good player, he didn't start, he didn't like the coach or whatever, he ends up transferring out, and you know, whatever. I'm creating crazy storylines just to keep this game mode fun, because for an offline game mode, listen, I'm an online person, so I gotta go out my way to make this offline stuff fun. I also want to say this, maybe you the person that's having a ball, you are having a great time quitting out games, you know, cheesing the AI, you know, glitching, recruiting, doing whatever you gotta do. If that is you, shout out to you, have fun with it. I'm not telling you to have your fun, but I'm talking to the people that if you're not having fun with Dynasty, you wondering why you're not enjoying it, well, it might be because you're trying some of these things. Another reason you may not be having fun with your Dynasty, because it's too easy. Like I said, for me, I can't cheese it, because if I do, I can cheese it. Don't get me wrong, I can cheese it, but if I do, it's not gonna be fun. But also for you, it might be too easy. You might be playing on too easy of a difficulty. Put that thing on Heisman. If it's too hard, no Diddy, you'll get better. You'll get better and up to the point where you're actually playing well on Heisman difficulty. So I'll suggest putting that thing on Heisman, even if you're playing on Pro. And even if you're on Heisman and it's still too easy, well, guess what? Go into them sliders, adjust them sliders until you find the perfect difficulty that is going to please you. Next thing I'll say, this is a good time to create a Dynasty, man. Rosters were updated recently. And then also, you got some head coaches getting fired in college football, man. My guy from Temple head coach Stanley got fired. That is a good opportunity. You want to go do a Temple rebuild, you know, you want to go do a Charlotte rebuild. Charlotte head coach also got fired. Kennesaw State head coach Reese got fired. Step in one of those opportunities, do a rebuild, create a storyline, you know, play every single game. Also, that's another thing. I suggest playing every single game. You know, some people are playing half the game, you know, even doing like the play the key moment. For all of that, play the full game, in my opinion. If you're just gonna play the key moments, you're trying to speed through it, what's the rush? You got the whole year to play this, you know, college football game, man. We're not getting another one until next year. So no reason to rush through these dynasties unless you're just having that much fun and, you know, you keep going through year by year by year. But if you're rushing through to win a national championship and then you're at the point where it's like, damn, I got nothing, you know, so don't rush through it. I suggest playing every game, you know, put the difficulty up and then also put the quarter length on, you know, I'll say at least 7, you know, I'll play on 10, somewhere in that ballpark. Y'all let me know down below if y'all want to see my best slider set. Maybe another reason you're not having fun with College Football 25 is because of EA College Football 25. And no, for real, I feel like it's a pretty good game. There's some things I wish was better, especially with Dynasty when it comes to being realistic with just, you know, whether it's recruiting, whether it's the transfer portal, whether it's, you know, coaching, skill tree, whatever. I wish there was a lot of things different about the game. I think they can make a lot of improvements, but this is not me complaining. It is a phenomenal game for sure, but there's always some improvements we can make with this one, man. Let's make this a community, man. Y'all drop any suggestions down below. It might be something that you do that might help me out and help me out in my Temple rebuild. So make sure to drop anything down below. And I do want to start another series here soon. We obviously got the Temple series going on. I want to start another Dynasty on the side, man, especially after we win a national championship. We'll see. Maybe we'll win it this year with Temple. Hopefully we do. But I do want to keep the Temple series still going, but I want to have a series on the side also. So y'all let me know what team y'all want to see with that. Other than that, that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Click the video on the screen now for the Temple rebuild.